So you've cleaned all your gasket material off your head. It's good to install now, right? No. Wrong. Just a cloth with brake clean. Always give her a good wipe down after. Look at all that. You're going to want to do that a couple times. It's good and shining. See already the difference. This one's been done once already. Look at all that from just one go though. You can spray it on there. I don't find it works as well. I like to put it directly into the rag. Let's draw a little more attention. You can see it doesn't work as well, so I like to put the rag down. Soak a spot there. Put the cancer in the can rag around my finger. Give her a good wipe down. Look at all that. That's all material left in those grooves. So you can just see. And you want that to like shine almost. You want it to look new. As new as it can. See, and that's how you give your gasket surface a good cleaning, proper cleaning for installation. Yeah, you just kind of keep repeating that until you feel satisfied, or I like to do it until I get very little of that black stuff on my fingers. You have to remember though, some of that's going to be oxidation because aluminum starts to oxidize pretty much immediately. And that is what these cylinders are. So, but see how it's turning that nice gray color? That's starting to mean all that crap's going to get out of there. We went from a dark gray to more of a lighter. Eventually it'll just get so faint that, you know, you don't really see much coming off there anymore. Let's see, you can already see how much less is already coming off there. So that tells me it's pretty clean. I still have to wash these cylinders because I did do a hone job on them. I just kind of wanted to show some people that maybe have never done head gaskets before on anything. And this applies to anything you're going to do a head gasket on, by the way. Not just Harleys. I don't care if it's a lawnmower, 80cc dirt bike, you name it. This is that's what you want to do. You want to have a nice clean surface, you know, and then afterwards, even just maybe give it a dry wipe. Any impurities that are in there. Look at that. From where we started to where it is now, that's, whew, let me tell you, that's nice. There's one that's been done once. That's one wipe. Multiple wipes. You can obviously see the difference there. Pretty cool. But yeah, I just wanted to share that. Oh yeah, you can really see it now, eh? Look at that. So yeah, we'll get these cleaned up, back on the bike. I've got some new Hastings rings, new Cometic valve seals. This is all stuff that probably, well, the rings definitely I was going to do anyway, but the valve seals I don't think it needs, but you're there, why not do it, you know what I mean? I also want to pop these valves out here, check the seats and everything, clean these heads up, get all that crud out of them, you know, clean up the rest of that gasket material on this side. You know, I think these got so carboned up because they were, you can't see it on this side. Okay, well, for the breather that comes up there, somebody had put double O-rings, there we go, on right there. There were double O-rings. You're not supposed to do that, there's only supposed to be one, so it was probably most definitely sucking in oil into the intake and burning it, which is why I think this thing got so carboned up. The pistons were a lot worse than, whoops, sorry, my camera's all over the place, I apologize. Pistons were a lot more carboned up than the heads, but I cleaned the pistons already. In case you're curious, that's what the pistons look like in this thing. 1690. That makes it a 103. Glad I opened it up. Got the new bearing. The new bearings in here too, and a new seal on the other side, so that's fully installed. Haven't bought any cams for it yet, still got to do that. But yeah, did that front wheel the other night there, I think that was last night. These nuts. Hell yeah. The reason it says that, swallow these nuts. You gotta love it. Anyone that's ever had to deal with that snap ring in there knows how much of a pain in the butt it is, but oh, so smooth now. And it's the updated bearing. So before, it was a double row bearing in this for the main gear, and it had smaller ball bearings. So it sounds good in theory, but they went to a single row now with bigger ball bearings, which I think is a better design. You can see it's a crappy plastic cage in there. Just quality from Harley. Whoops. Pushed her a little too hard there, I think. That's okay. But yeah, I'm pretty excited. That's nice and quiet. When I spun that last time, it just growled. It was no bueno, as our friends down south would say. But it's a lot better now. It's new, so better be better. I guess we'll do one cylinder tonight. Why not? I guess I'll do this one because I've already cleaned the surface. So, as I mentioned before, I did do a hone job on these. They do need to be cleaned. So, the way I like to do it is I like to use hot soapy water. It is definitely the best way to make sure you get all of that honing grit out of there. You don't want any of that left in there. It's going to get in your oil. It's going to just cause havoc. You know, scratch your cylinders, whatever. You don't want it in there. It's nasty shit. So, we got to take these, wash them out. I'll bring you along for that. Start with a long cold walk back to the house. Alright, you want some sort of scrubby Dawn dish soap. Get that water nice and hot. Start cooling it up. Yeah, just give it a good scrub out. And yes, this is at my kitchen counter. You're going to want to do that 2 or 3 times at least. To take a white towel. You'll see absolutely nothing there. On the towel, you'll see gray. If there's still material left in there, you'll see gray on the white towel. Now that's clean. Alright, back out here. So you gotta remember after, give it a coating of some sort of lubricant. Usually oil works just fine. I'm using MPL. It's called multi-purpose lube. It's good for fogging cylinders, all sorts of stuff. So that's what I use to just give it I give it a pretty generous coating in there. And I'll actually go in there with a clean rag, wipe it all down in there, make sure there's nothing left afterwards that I'm done everything. So why do I use soap and water over brake clean? Well, hot soapy water breaks down the oil. You got the soap to help protect the cylinders. You know, the soap itself is going to break down oil, clean everything out. Soap suds are going to help carry all of that grit out of all those grooves in there. So that's what's holding all of that honing material. You don't want that stuff stuck in there. So that's how I learned to do it, and that's the way I've always done it. And it provides the, in my opinion, the best result that you want. You know, I want a nice clean cylinder. I don't want a dirty cylinder. So as you can see, she's very clean. So we'll give her a good clean out, just, you know, a good wipe down afterwards just to make sure. So that's the end result right there. A nice uniform shine to the whole thing. And that's kind of what you're looking for. That's a beautiful cylinder. Should work great, but that's how you clean a cylinder. But you got to make sure to lubricate it after, especially if you're going to use the soap and water for obvious reasons, because it will rust these cylinders. It would take a lot to rust them to the point of non-use, but you don't want rust in your cylinders. So, but yeah, I just wanted to show you guys those things of how I kind of clean everything up, get it prepped and ready to go. But yeah, if you watched, thank you very much. Like and subscribe if you liked what you saw. Awesome, guys. Take her easy.